Headphones recommended. Hey everybody, WolfLove3 here, and for once I'm actually playing a single player game, and I'm not here screaming at Chase, or possibly Fruity, or running from some psychotic lunch lady, or running from a killer player, let alone being a killer. I know, this is a bit long overdue, and this is a very old game. As you guys are watching this, it's gonna be the 6th of July. I'm actually doing this, and I'm not taking too much credit over this because I have seen stories on this. I have been wanting to play this for years, and I figured now would be the best time. So, the reason it's actually being uploaded is some years back to the whole announcement about my grandmother passing. She had actually passed away of cancer. So I'm doing this in a little bit of a memory of her, as well as supporting the family who had lost everything, basically. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Loading, 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 loading. Bread on the water. A little duck.
Okay, guys, give some to Joel. Share with Joel. Yeah.
How? Oh. Bread. Let's feed a duck.
Look, they got your bread.
Whoa, don't touch the birds. No. Don't touch the birds. No, they're gross. Yuck.
But
Okay.
the ducks love the bread.
Did you see that one almost bit him? No. Hold on. Hey. Careful. Here's some.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, guys, give Joel some bread.
Mom, he threw the whole piece.
Well, Isaac, you gotta give him little pieces. He doesn't understand. Here you go, Joel. Here's a piece. Okay, no, you throw it.
Joel's almost 5, right?
Yeah.
Oh god. Hold on. Let me just... decrease some of that sensitivity. Holy shit. Okay, let's get back into this. This wholesome... There we
But
go.
he can't talk.
It's true.
Yeah.
We always can talk.
Yeah, I know.
Why can't Joel?
Well,
He's special.
Joel got sick right after he turned 1. And,
Kind of slowed him down a little bit, buddy.
so he's just slower than most kids. I think eventually he'll catch up.
You think Joel will read?
Yeah, I think Joel will read eventually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course. He's just delayed. Because, yeah.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Joel's supposed to be a boy. But he's a baby. He's a boy.
Yeah,
Yep, he's a boy baby.
that's a good way to
That's
think
just
about it.
right. You know, there's lots of things Joel isn't good at, but there's some things he is good at. What is he good at?
He's eating, laughing.
Yeah.
I'm good at making him laugh.
You are good at making him laugh. How do you make him laugh?
I fall down.
Yeah. It's really funny when you fall down.
He's good at showing us what he loves.
Yeah.
Am I overfeeding the duck? That is such a sweet moment. Park at the edge of the world. Okay.
What does Joel love?
What does he love?
Wawa.
Water?
In cups and bathtubs. And the warm, wet tongues and the cool fur of dogs.
Dogs.
Give you the sweet moors of daily affection.
Kisses.
And bye-byes. And blown kisses. And more. Oh, always more. This full list of words. So few words.
Is it time?
No, but very soon.
Do you think they know? Can they sense it?
None of them know.
No one ever realizes how short the time is.
Yeah, that's true. No one really does. Kind of pretty, honestly. With how all of this is. Oh. But it sad or I'm gonna go this way. So much prettier here. Honestly.
What is pain without a word for it?
A feeling?
What is hope without a word for it? Who is God?
Oh.
What is joy?
Oh, I see some playtime. I'm gonna just backtrack a moment. I guess I'll just go check out the crazy little tree over there. See what kind of dialogue it's got. Now, those are actually very good questions when it comes to that, because honestly, to me, those are just words of feelings. Like hope, pain, joy. What is you about?
You won't understand.
They will with time.
You don't know that.
It just depends on what you guys are trying to hide. Honestly. Okay, so obviously there's a secret. Some of you guys probably already know this from other YouTubers. I know some of the information. I just happen to forget. But honestly, it seems very wholesome and heartwarming right now. Like, there is a concern, but it's also like sweet tender moments, like looking at the playground, like right up ahead. These simple moments.
Who am I to him? Dada.
Alright, so what are we gonna do first? I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna swing a little bit.
Who's that? I was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well. Yeah. He's been very peaceful all afternoon. Oh, yeah.
telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well. Yeah. He's been very peaceful all afternoon. Oh, yeah. Who's that? I was telling Caleb that Joel's doing really well.
Ready? Set? Go!
Rock the baby. Rock the baby.
So funny.
Okay, ready, set, go!
Yay!
So funny.
What do you think, Isaac? He's in a hospital, so they're taking care of him. And that's how he gets his food? His food goes through that too. Yeah. Yeah. You want to touch him? Yeah? Why don't you just pat his cheek, okay? Okay. Pat his cheek. Yes. See? It's Jolly. Yeah. You want to touch him, Caleb? No? Okay. You can just pat his head over here if you want. What do you think, Isaac? He's in a hospital, so they're taking care of him. And that's how he gets his food? His food goes through that too. Yeah. Yeah. You want to touch him? Yeah? Why don't you just...
Ready, set, go! Here comes Joe.
Yay! Yay!
Are you ready? Here comes Joe. Hey babe, just got done at the doctor. Now they think that maybe he's throwing up all the time because he has acid reflux. So they gave me a medication and we can give it to Joel, and they said we have to give it at least 3 full days, but that if he's still throwing up after that we can come back. And I mentioned the head tilt thing again, even though they keep saying it's not related, but you always have to mention that one weird outlying thing. So I told them how his head was tilted to the right, but they still say that that's probably not related at all. So I guess we'll just give this a try, and I don't know, I'll tell you more about it when you get home.
As much as I would love to go ahead and have some quality time with the child, no.
Fear is cancer's preservative, cancer's embalming oil. And you, O accuser, are fear's oil salesman. You're a snake, a serpent, a dragon with snuffed out coal on his breath, molting, talons broken from the struggle to free yourself of your own skin.
Very poetic. Now, as to earlier videos, you brought, like, for you viewers, you probably ended up seeing that I already have, like, kids. I actually have two, a boy and a girl. You probably heard my son talking in, one lunch later video on hospital time. And it's one of these things where it's like, I cannot imagine what would happen if any of my kids ended up in this situation. Like, it is concerning and fearful and just really depressing.
Hey, do you want to rock? Okay, let's rock. There we go. Oh, shh, 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 shh.
Hey babe, I was just thinking, do you ever think maybe Joel can hear better than he's supposed to be able to? Because I know, like, it's supposed to be moderate to severe hearing loss, but sometimes, like today, he hears music playing before I do. So I saw him dancing and I had to look around to hear that a song was playing. And I just don't, like, if his hearing loss is that bad, I can't imagine. I don't know, I just wonder about it. Anyway, call me later. Bye.
I hated those things. I don't know what's with these gloves. No, not the balloons. Man. I probably screwed this up.
Joel. Oh, hey. I just wanted to take a shower. Is that okay? Are you okay with Joel? Okay, thanks.
Dog.
Grab it, Gracie.
It's a real puppy.
Yeah. One of the things she likes is to grab little stuffed dogs. Oh, that's so cute. She's so calm. You know, sometimes little dogs are yippy or these dogs have gone through so much training.
Oh, what's this? What's this one? Loves.
It's a real puppy.
Wants to grab it, Gracie. Don't lay down. Here you go. Is your leg okay? She's lying on your leg.
Oh, you look at it. She
Oh, it's different memories.
Okay.
End of treatment. Probably some of the artwork that was done while in here. Now, the thing is, I did end up mentioning before that my grandmother ended up having cancer in the past. She was never really hospitalized. She went through a at-home treatment sort of thing. Oh, I hear a fussy baby. What's going on here?
Hey honey, we're on our way home from the hospital now. So if you wanted to preheat the oven starting in about 30 minutes, that would work and we could throw in that lasagna. Do you know how they celebrate off-treatment day, like when kids are done with their treatments? I guess maybe you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as I am, but on someone's last day, they always bring them a cake and they sing happy off therapy day to you. Anyway, that happened today. I mean, it happens a lot, but today I cried. I just wanted that day so bad, you know? I just like, we're not ever gonna get that day. If he's better, we won't know that he's better. We don't get a day. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, call me if you can. Like, there's probably traffic, so I could talk on my way home. Alright, bye.
Alright, little boy, let's get you home. Ooh, this ought to be fun. I don't know what happened.
Well, how long is it gonna be before we can have some answers? Did anyone ask the doctor?
Okay, is it just the doctor on call, or is this our doctor? Well, because the on-call doctor is just a resident.
Is there a way we could talk to our doctor? It just seemed like yesterday in clinic they were going to let us go. I just want to know what the plan is.
Who canceled the treatment?
Isn't it dangerous for him not to get it? I thought he needed that.
I know you're just doing what the orders say, but can I just talk to the doctor that ordered it?
This must be a bunch of hospital visits. The Temple of Man.
Hey, it's you again. I love you, my friend. This is my favorite game. Do you want to see? Watch how I started. You touch it like here, and a big lion comes. You know a scary lion? It's so loud. I can roar just like him. Yeah, hear me roar? Wow!
Ooh, that was awesome.
Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears. Here comes the animals. Pterosaurs is my favorite.
Okay then. That was a little trippy. Oh, goodness. Waking up. Sorry, I should have ended up reading some of this. Let's see. Let's go to this one over. Bradley Sewards, 1979 to 1983. That's really young. Miss you always. To everyone who's ever died of cancer, especially my father and grandmother, rest in peace, Hank, Marcia, and all the rest of you. Beautiful, beautiful people. I hope that whatever has become of you, you are presently better off than you were at the end of your life. We miss you. Hugs to all my UIHC kids and families. Greg Rice. No, I don't want... To my hero, Henry M. Oh goodness, there's like so many here. Jason Javier Sanchez, 1980 to 2008, forever in our hearts. Wow. Matisse Dow. December 3rd, 1998. Oh no. March 12th, 1998 to May 18th, 2008.
This terrible routine. Watching you, waiting for you to wake, hoping you will never remember these days of illness and treatment. One day, I'll bring you here, show you your tiny handprints on the wall, and you'll be annoyed that we all think of you as some big miracle. Cancer will be such a small part of all you could grow to be. You will tire of hearing about it. You won't want to see the cards and notes I saved. And I won't mind at all. I'll hold the memories of this hard day. You just leave it behind.
Elsie, we love you dearly and miss you daily. See you soon. But have no fear, our story's just begun. Well, I guess time to head out. Let's see. I miss you, Mom. In my case, it would have been to my grandmother. Jarek Gring, our family misses you so much. Antonio Martinelli, your grandson is terribly sorry and misses you so much. From my brother Kyle. No. Monica F. Winters forever touched all those who knew her. What is you? Can I not get closer? I want to read a card. So it seems like this is practically cards for all, like, pretty much just say in memory and stuff. So, yeah. And of course, fear and doubt always creeping around every corner. See? I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. Oh no. The animal wheel. Damn. Okay. Okay.
Farmer Bill makes the pigs bacon for breakfast. Farmer Bill plays fetch with the pigs.
That don't seem right.
Farmer Bill enjoys a mud bath with the pigs.
More? Okay.
Farmer Bill scratches the pig's chinny chin chin.
More, yeah?
Farmer Bill gives the pigs piggyback rides.
More? Okay. I see.
Those mischievous pigs are napping on Farmer Bill's couch. The pigs wash the dishes after supper. Farmer Bill separates the sheeps from the goats. Sheep go to heaven. Goats go to town.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can face it. I can size it
It's
up.
quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
I'll nod my head.
With an ATR
Yeah, whenever I ask sciencey questions, I nod my head,
it is fatal.
digesting every Latin word, hoping it will stick to my ribs, become part of me.
We've already thrown all
That
the
if I ask enough questions, that maybe I can get my
can't
brains
continue
around this
giving
cancer,
chemotherapy that we know it's resistant to.
and I can choke it to death. I love asking good questions. It impresses them. They'll be impressed with the way we handle all of this. Such good, thoughtful parents that ask such good questions.
So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
We're
This
very
is not
good
what I
at
wanted.
end of life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life. How long are we talking about?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
So, the radiation would buy us some time.
No, nothing will really buy us any time at this point. It just can make the time you have left more comfortable. So we'll schedule you to come back in Monday, and we'll have some options for you to consider. We're so sorry.
I'm gonna end up hurting myself on this one.
Oh, God, I do not want a replacement baby. If that was your plan, I am not on board. I don't want some new baby to help me move on. I would not have chosen it. Oh, God. Joel has to live, or I will not love this baby.
Sorry, guys. it? Well, it's in the frontal cortex, and it's quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size is important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy. With an HER3, as soon as you have a recurrence of any kind, it is only a matter of time before it spreads to several locations. We have already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. We can't continue to give him chemotherapy that we know it's resistant to. There's just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
How long are we talking about?
Oh shit. Adrift. Sorry if I'm not really commentating or anything. It's just this in itself has a lot of pretty much almost like a picture with 1,000 words sort of feel, where you can pretty much like read and understand the whole situation as it plays. And this is where all the fear is starting to come in and really mess with everything.
I have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness.
Guys, are you ready for bed?
Joel, lay down. Okay. Should we do a song?
Sure.
Okay, big boys, why don't you come in here and we'll sing the littles a lullaby.
I'm tired.
I know, it's bedtime. Ugh, okay. Oh, Elijah, lay down.
Babe, did you even check in his mouth?
Who's Joel? No.
Joel has chicken stuffed in his cheeks from dinner.
Get it out, that is so disgusting.
Been in there for the last 2 hours.
Oh.
Okay, hold on, I'm trying. Joel, ouch! Stop!
Did he just bite you?
Yeah, I think he like just put too much in his mouth so he can't swallow.
He was just saving it for later, babe. Like he needed a midnight snack.
Hey, the little chipmunk.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
A bigger version.
A big version of a little chipmunk. Do you guys remember when he couldn't even eat any solids and because he couldn't swallow? Do you remember that from the surgery? How it hurt his ability to swallow, so we had to give him bottles.
Yeah, I remember one time we had pizza, so he chewed it all up and then spat it out everywhere.
That's so gross.
It was.
I remember that. That was
So gross, but he just wanted to try things so bad. He wanted to taste them, and he wanted to be like you guys, because you got to taste foods. He loved to eat, and I remember all I wanted was for him to be able to kind of eat like a normal kid and have normal things. I thought he'd never be able to swallow normal food, but then he did.
And now he's everything.
Everything, like he eats pizza and pretzels and chicken.
And fingers. He tried fingers.
He's been eating dad's fingers.
Ow, Joel! God!
Okay.
And penguins.
Okay.
Hurts.
Settle down. Come here. Let's sing a song. Okay. What should we sing, Isaac?
When you will.
Okay.
Cause
Will you-
I like it.
will you help?
Yeah.
Hey. You guys, I love to have fun
We're
with
trying
you.
to get the little
But
story
at
to sleep.
bedtime, every time, Elijah, lay down. When you guys get real silly, then they try to get silly too. So instead, will we be calming? Will you kind of just help me sing to them?
Sure.
Okay. When the sun is setting, we know, lay that down, is done. We laughed and played together, and we've had so much fun. Now close your eyes.
Elijah,
I'll sing you a lullaby.
I see.
Just close your eyes to encourage them and listen to this lullaby. Even though you're tired, it's hard to say goodnight. So I will tuck you in your bed and kiss and hug you tight. Now close your eyes. I'll sing you a lullaby. Just close your eyes and listen to this.
See what this is.
Dear Eli, I feel nothing but pride for the way you battled cancer. I remember the way you learned to ride your tricycle down the hospital hallway instead of down the sidewalk like other 3-year-olds. It was hard for me to pray to God, "Thy will be done," when I really just wanted so desperately for Him to heal you. In the 4.5 years that you dealt with harsh treatments, only once did you ask why God let you get cancer. I hope He has been able to explain the why to you, as I have always believed that He knew how strong you were and wanted to use you and your situation to positively impact so many lives. I remember how you never let me go to bed without telling me that you loved me and how those were your very last words to me. You taught me what was truly important in life, son. Still now, years after you left Earth, people are impacted by your life and the lessons you taught us. Thousands of people from around the world read your blog and still feel such a strong connection to you, even though they never met you in person. You would be happy to know that we continue to sell the Beat Cancer t-shirts that you love so much. We're still using them to raise awareness and funds for childhood cancer research and family and patient support programs. When you passed away, my greatest fear was that you would be forgotten. So many people still talk about you and how you changed their lives. That is such a precious gift to me as your father. Eli, you truly impacted more lives in your almost 8 years on Earth than many people do in a lifetime. I love you, buddy, and I can't wait to see you again. Love, Dad.
We've been through so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle, and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no. As this long day draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy from crying, I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything. I want to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand, walking down the hall wanting to soak in the moment, to memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine, to let it matter, and then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-morning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God, when I know that those thoughts make me human. That God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure.
I had been in this room with my father before, during the brief window where he wasn't dying but was instead getting better. That wasn't the man I saw this time. I saw the other one, the one who cried out and needed holding. The one who fell asleep for 20 seconds and then woke up a different person each time. There was a clear part right in the middle of it, a minute or so, where everything was calm before his tour of hell resumed. That was goodbye, even if no one said it. I don't think I will ever get better after having seen that. I think this is the kind of knowing that stays with you. I can reach into my pocket now and find it there.
The ravenous reverie of waking is but a distant memory. Or was it a dream? I can't remember the last time I woke up hungry. Not so long ago, carefree, welcoming the challenge of yoga on paddleboards, springing through the rain and over puddles at the reservoir track. Weathering several storms since entering the first battlefield over 2 years ago, a succession of precise scalpels, high-energy beams, and pharmacological strategies. A journey no one asks for. Still standing, spirit unyielding but not the same. With each treatment an imprint, evidence of what came before. Willing rogue mutinous cells to yield to my current tailored chemical onslaught. Stay put and do not multiply. Or better yet, disappear altogether. By the will of God, through the tools of modern medicine, with the support of family and friends. Onward.
I am at Seattle Children's Hospital, and nobody wants to be here. Even as an internationally recognized temple of healing, every inch of it is terror. Every cubic inch of every room that is not occupied by terrified children and terrified parents is filled to its capacity with a terror wholly unique to that family, which no other person has any power to comprehend. There is art on the walls and rooms which is designed to evoke a jungle of some kind, and I resent it. Every giraffe is my sworn enemy.
Let's see them.
Even though every natural law indicates it, even though popular culture is rife with examples, even though the arc of his condition moved with haste in a particular direction, specifically down, I was very surprised when my father died. I was surprised that he could. It wasn't merely naivete. Those afflicted with his particular cancer number less than 100. It is the sort of cancer that excites a doctor. One of the things that is so exciting about this cancer is that it apparently didn't form the hard masses we use to find the disease. Rather, it converts the meat of your abdomen into a kind of undifferentiated doom. What might happen is that they will attempt to draw your blood and instead draw out the green syrup that was once your guts. Shortly thereafter, they will tell you and your family that the fight is over.
So, how long will we be in California?
I don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything, is because if the trial works really well, then maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it keeps helping Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him and stay there where he's getting help. But if the medicine starts to not work, as soon as it's not helping him, I promise we'll come back home.
Are we going to Disneyland?
Yeah, of course. What do you think, Caleb? You okay with leaving for so long?
I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of not. I mean, I think it'll be fun, but I just don't like missing school.
Oh, yeah?
You're the only 8-year-old to ever. That's amazing.
I hate to miss school, huh? But, like, why?
Well, I just hate having all that homework that I have to do.
Oh, you hate catching up from missing school.
Your teachers are going to send me homework, and we'll just try to do a little bit of it every day, so it won't be that bad, but there'll still be fun stuff we can do.
Okay, I know I'm cutting away from a little bit of this backstory. But I also got to thinking when hearing the one boy ended up saying that I hate missing school, but it's more of like hate having to catch back up. I remember back in 3rd grade, I had, and me living off in California's, I ended up having to go all the way to Louisiana for my oldest sister because there was a funeral. And for that, it was for my 3-year-old nephew and my brother-in-law. And I ended up telling the school and my teachers, like, hey, I'm gonna be out of town for like a week or two. So I need to have the homework ahead of time. And they handed me the work and all that, so yeah, I understand the hate of wanting to have to catch back up after being gone for so long.
I won't let myself hold anything back this time. I would rather feel disappointed and let God heal my heart than to feel like I did not push myself as far as I possibly could in faith for my son.
Oh God.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinski, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
Her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents and supernatural miracles. I envy her.
Joel, the baby night.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the baby knight?
Yes, Joel the baby knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. And he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Because of his tumor?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very big.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
I thought I dodged
Much
that.
fire, you guys.
Okay.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff?
Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah, that sounds good. So brave Sir Joel with his sword and his shield and his awesome spear and his super jumping ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
What other superpowers does he have?
He also has grace.
That's not a superpower.
It's the best superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like hope.
Yeah, it's kind of like hope. You know, and he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off, and they can go home, and they can quit fighting for the kingdom and sea.
Joel's been fighting this dragon for a long time, huh?
A long time.
But Joel found a nice empty cave where he could rest. And it seemed like the dragon couldn't find him.
This is very interesting.
But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
You're right. The baby can't kill the dragon. But that's the best part of the story. God fights for Joel. So he fights that dragon cancer right with Joel. And we know that God can win even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Well, what about Tim from church, Mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have grace?
Of course, God fought for Tim too. Tim fought so well. He was so brave and so strong that God let him rest. It may have seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. But we know that Tim's in heaven and that he's with God and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim, getting to be done fighting was grace.
Okay. Drowning.
Ryan! Oh, Ryan, get in the boat.
I can't.
You have to, you'll drown.
We're already drowning. How can you sit there like that?
Despair doesn't help anything.
Neither does false hope. And I'm not despairing.
How can you say false hope? You're drowning.
Well, you're missing your oars. And you don't even know where you're going. And yet you're so sure you're gonna get there.
It's better than drowning.
Well, enjoy floating on the surface like you always do.
There's nothing deep about drowning. Just get in the boat.
You have to let me feel this. Someone has to.
That's not fair. I love him as much as you do. I just really believe we're going to be okay.
I'm sure my expectation looks like denial, but seeing Joel dying does not make me any less certain that he will be healed. In some ways, I feel more certain. Not because the same doubts don't come to me, but because I know that they will not be entertained much longer. Because this chapter is almost finished, and we will have an ending one way or the other. So the doubts and fears that make me reaffirm that even if I'm wrong, this is where I stand, become less and less powerful. People's conciliatory words of comfort meant to reassure us and help us accept Joel's death don't sit well with me. They aren't offensive because I know the heart behind them is good, but they are weak words because it's so obvious to me that death is the given. I don't have to work to be ready for it or accept it. It is coming whether I would accept it or not. It has been coming slowly for so long. I don't have to work to understand that Joel is dying. It is obvious. Heaven is amazing. And so I'm not worried about death. It will come regardless of where I stand and wait. But now, death is circling close enough for redemption to finally feel closer. This is the part of the story where a daring rescue can thwart Death's intentions just in time, perhaps when it looks like it's already too late. I want to watch for that. I don't need to focus my eyes on Death, studying it in its slow progression. Its course is already clear. But there is a glory that is coming, and its journey to us is wild and quick and frightening, and I want to be watching for that glory. I want to stand trembling in awe before God and His power. Not sure that this thing that we've asked for is something we can quite manage, but trying anyway. Death is the given. But the life that is possible now for Joel, the miracle that could come now that death is so close, is something worth pursuing, worth risking everything to see with my own eyes.
Dehydration.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall. Better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They, the ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life. Blue. For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains. This chair is too small and sticks to my skin. I hate vinyl. Blue, purple. The ocean, maybe? No, under the ocean. Silent, warm, and salty, like tears. He won't stop crying. I don't blame him. He feels miserable. I hate that we're here. I hate that he's sick. I just want him to feel better. okay, Jolie. Shh. Don't throw your head, buddy. Don't. I hate this room. I didn't used to. For a moment, it was an adventure. I was cast as the compassionate and caring father, holed up with his fragile son in a small cleft in the rocks. The storm raging, waves ripping at the sharp black rocks below, and enveloped in my arms, he feels safe, and I am holding him firmly, trying not to slip. Because if you hold tight enough, nothing will take him. Right? Here we go, bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying. I wonder if he's hungry. He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. I don't catch it. He drinks it greedily. Big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. And I wipe his face of snot and tears and juice. And then he vomits, and I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. No, don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it. It's so late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold you. I can't make you feel better. Okay, buddy, okay, I'll hold you. Shh. Oh, Joel Bug, you look so miserable. No! Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please. Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace. I am empty. You are. I don't know all that you are there. I want you here. I want you to call my son. I cannot. And you've brought us this far. He's still here, not dead, not there, with you. God, I want him here with me. Please. Peace. He sleeps. Thank you.
Peace be still. Ah, fuck.
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat. And a furious storm hits the sea, and everyone thinks they're gonna die. And where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them? No. He's asleep in the back of the boat. So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up, and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was gonna just let them die. So will Joel die? Everyone does eventually, I suppose.
That's a cute little thing right there. And I do apologize for how I'm being. This is a very...
But more than that, if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy?
Now, what I was getting at is the fact that I ended up being so quiet. I probably sound a little bit different at the moment. Literally, I was crying. With the baby crying. That to me is thinking back to my son having night terrors. Constantly having to hold him, comfort him, even sing to him to get him to calm down. But let's get back to the game. That's why I was so quiet, and I probably sound super different at the moment.
Even while Jesus wept for Lazarus, 5 minutes later he raised Lazarus from the dead.
I'm sorry. I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do. It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I just hope that. I don't know.
Loading. The Temple of God.
All right, kids, you know what time it is.
Okay. So it seems to me that there's this whole great thing, but then there's also bits of doubt in this. Honestly. Which does seem to work a lot, like, what people would see. What's over here? Church? Okay, so it wouldn't have mattered where I went. Okay. Oh God.
You know, as we come tonight to pray for
Father, I pray right now. Father, I pray that you bless them. I pray that you bless their finances, bless their bless their children, Father. I pray that you love you so that they will say you want to tell you.
It is not something that
Okay, I can't do the intro things.
I pray that you bless them with finances. You bless them with
I will not let you go unless you bless him. I will not let you go unless you bless him. Rise up. My God, come save us.
Oh Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
I will not let you go unless you bless him. And God be with him.
Hello?
He was not in the wind. He was not in the earthquake. He was not in the fire. He was here in a gentle whisper.
A phoenix? Okay. Picnic at the edge of the world. Alright.
So here we are. And the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full, though with a different drink. And this ride we've been on for so long is silent. And so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence, and long for the music to start again, and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving, and Joel would be laughing here on earth, and not only in heaven. But in this space, I sense his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well, and that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved, and that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, we grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
I remember you. You made it too. I'm glad you're here. I love it here. I bet you will like it too.
A bug.
Look at all of these pancakes. Did you ever see pancakes like this? They're big as me. A big one is for me. A little one is for my dog. I always wanted a dog, and now I got one. I even got to name it Manju. Whoa, Bubbles? Manju's down to catch a bubble. He likes to bite him. I love Bubbles. Look, I can catch one. I want more bubbles. I love the bubbles. Do you see a rainbow in a pebble? Come here, Manju. Have another pancake.
thank you for playing. For Joel Evan Green. January 12th, 2009 to March 13th, 2014. A Numinous Games production. In association with OUYA. Designed by Ryan and Amy Green, as well as Josh Larson. Written by Ryan and Amy Green. Art by Ryan Green, Ryan Cousins, and Josh Larson. Code by Josh Larson, Ryan Green, John Hillman, Brock Henderson. Music and sound design, John Hillman. Project management, Michael Perotto. Or Perotto. Community management, Michael Perotto. Chris Abbey. Additional collaborators, Nat Iwata. Primary financing, OUYA, are 3,687. Oh, okay. And then the special thanks to these people. The partners. The family members. Production babies. Pretty much the little kids that did the voices and laughs, probably. Musicians, additional music. Voice actors. The entire Green family, the Perotto family, Hillman family. Patron St. Bernard, Alex Ricopoulos. I probably slaughtered that. Patron publishers. Patron of the Arts. I'm not going to try to say every single name because I won't be able to do it. Patron consultants. Hey, it's a little pull-up. Kickstarter backers. More people. There's probably a bunch of them right here. So, yeah, that's it. I honestly was expecting for me to go ahead and be crying. And I was, mainly at the part with baby Joel crying. Because one thing I ended up mentioning earlier is, the whole thing is, that cry to me is a pain cry. It's painful, discomfort, and obviously the whole getting angry. Getting mad. And I know this is actually from years ago, but I do give condolences and respects. I know for a fact if I ended up putting my mom into playing this game, she probably been bawling. But yeah, the end. Alright. That was a hell of an emotional journey. I went through the feeling of fear, sadness, joy, all in one game. And I think it was very well displayed, beautifully designed. And I know I didn't get all the bottle letters, or letter in a bottle, that sort of thing. I know I didn't collect all of them. I was trying to get this going through for the main story. I wasn't trying to look for every little nook and cranny. But I do give a lot of love and props to the Green family, because I believe it was under their journey, their fears, their concerns, the wonders. And when I ended up mentioning about the whole fact of with my son with the night terrors, he's had that kind of like thing. He was crying, screaming, shaking even on some, and it just made him feel unsafe. So I remember having to be in those type of situations at like however time of the night, waking up and giving him comfort. And this is pretty much my son being a toddler, so there's all that. And hearing the crying for baby Joel, I was like, man, this hurts me as a mother. It really, really hurts me. But I'm happy that they were able to face through this obstacle, go through this, and just pretty much be strong. I honestly would not have any idea how it would feel with a child with cancer, let alone losing a child to cancer. I've heard of stories. I know there's someone in my family who's got or has fought off cancer. Been fighting, I believe. And it's not even my end of the family, it's more of my husband's end of the family facing this battle, and it seems like he's doing it all alone. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game. Really, really beautifully displayed. I know, like I said, I know I didn't do much commentary. But this had a lot of commentary to where I could even speak. Not for the whole talking, I'm not talking bad of it. It's more of, it has way more expressive displays than I could have probably explained. But yeah, that very fun, very beautiful. And this is That Dragon Cancer. So, I'm gonna go ahead and state this. Go ahead and put your love over to any foundations facing children's cancer and all sorts of stuff like St. Jude's. I'm not sponsored. I'm just stating. Show your love to them. Give it a little bit of a donation. It would help any little family in need to help their child battle this dragon of a cancer. Show your love, show your support, and help battle with those that need it. Alright, so without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video. Like, comment, share, whatever it may be. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.